So reconnecting all the inverter cables, which is this one, it's fairly easy. Just take off your cover gently so that we don't damage the electrical components under it. Set it aside. And then we're going to take our inverter cable. We have it secured under this so that it gets out of our way. And then we're going to angle it so you can tell where it's supposed to go because there's 2 screw holes only at the top. And they correspond to these 2 screw holes as well. So now you're just going to angle it and make sure it aligns. I think they go in between. Or maybe, yeah, they go like that. And then they should be able to snap in. Or not. They're supposed to have the orange align with the gray. So that's what it looks like. Now you want to take your 3 bolts that secure them. So like I said before, we're going to secure the cable back in place. So first, we're going to put these 2 bolts back on. So looking at our assortment of bolts that go on here, there are 2 short bolts and 3 big bolts. So that means that those longer bolts go on in here, and these 2 short bolts go here. So we're going to first screw them on. So this one first by hand, and then after that, you want to secure it, probably with a socket. So just make sure it's all the way, and then you can tighten it. So once we've done most of it by hand, we're going to put the other 3 bolts in. So this one by hand. Can you see it? Okay. This one on the other side. Oh yeah, this whole time, make sure you don't touch the electrical components. You gotta be really careful of that. Okay, so that's in. Yep. And finally, this last one. So I'm gonna set this down. And then after that, we can secure them. I really want to use my Milwaukee. So once you've tightened the bolts by hand, we're going to go in with our ratchet wrench in order to fully tighten them. So first you want to do the ones on the outside, because these are the more important ones. Alright, so this one's tight. Oh. This one's tight. And finally, we can go on these 3 ones. Make sure it's all the way down with your hands. Right, so that one's tight. Right, that one's tight. And finally, this one. That one's tight. So next step, after we put this cable in, is to focus our attention to this. But in order to minimize risk, we're going to put the cover back on. We're not going to bolt it just yet. Make sure we put it on securely and carefully. Alright. Now we can focus our attention to these orange cables. Really, you can't get these too confused. Because if we look at the... I'm trying to show you. So if we look at the holes, you can see that they're a bit different. So this one has a protrusion on the bottom right, and this one has a protrusion on the top left, and the top right. So it's really hard to get them mismatched. So now we just put them in. I'm going to put this one in too. I didn't hear a click yet, but once we put both of them in, you can hear that click. Make sure that they're both secure. And finally, we can bolt these. Alright, so there's a total of 12 bolts and 1 lock, which is right here. It has a hex shape on it. And now you're just going to put them on, screw them in first by hand, and then tighten them. I'm sure I don't need to see that on camera. I think the lock goes right here, so I'm going to put that one first. Don't tighten all the way. Probably spread out to make sure it's aligned properly. And then this one here, and then just keep doing that. that has to be too tight as well. Finally, these last two. I think I already did this one, but I don't know. Okay. And then finally, take a hex screwdriver and tighten this lock. Make sure it's spinning in the right direction. I mean, you could probably just do it by hand, but I always like to use red socket wrenches. And alright, so we ended up breaking the bolt, the screw, which is why you don't try to over tighten it. You probably don't want to use a wrench like this, and even if you do, tighten it from the middle instead, so it's less strong. You probably want to, where's the, so we have a replacement screw right here. Since it's just a lock, it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be strong, they're all aluminum screws. I'm trying to look for my screwdriver. Alright, so instead of using a socket wrench, you might want to use a screwdriver with a hex socket. So put this on. Oh, probably put this on first. Screw it in and tighten it. Alright, and then I think after that, we should be good. All you have to do is reattach all the other parts, such as the windshield cowl. And if you drain the coolant, then just close the system again, and then refill it. And then you should be good. I'm Aiman, and I just showed you how to remove and reinstall the inverter cover for 2004-2009 Toyota Prius. Really easy job, just a few bolts and a lock. So, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, look at videos on EyeOnAIman, especially the Toyota Prius videos, because I'm doing a lot of those lately. A bit of schoolwork is stopping me from doing it, but I should be able to do a lot of them. And signing out. Peace.